My name is Danny Gatling, LaDaniel Gatling, and I'm the Vice President for Institutional Advancement at Bennett College. And I have the pleasure of introducing someone very special. Many of you have heard of the song "I'm Blessed" by Fred Hammond. And there's a line in the song that says, late in the midnight hour, God's gonna turn it around. And it says he's gonna work in your favor. So just shout out to him. Well, that's the only way I can explain what happened to Bennett College last week. As we were in the final days of preparing for our campaign to end on February 1st, the staff was working, we were all working. While we were running around in the office, I was connected by phone to Miss Kwanza Jones. And actually her mother was on the phone too, her Aunt Brenda was on the phone, both of them on the phone, right? Right, and in so many words, we got to talking, and she said, I've heard what's going on at Bennett. I'm not gonna steal her thunder, because the story gets even better. I want her to tell you, I'm gonna bring her up to tell you why she did what she did and why it's so significant. But all I can say is that during the hours that followed our call, it was nothing short of divine order, okay? Kwanza and her husband, Jose, who's sitting up here up front, we all got together and made some things happening. And you know, at the same time, God was blessing us on the east with High Point University. When he was blessing us, Bishop Pierce, he was also on the west coast, blessing us as well, and neither one knew about each other. And they both did something special on February 1st and didn't even know what they were doing. So just to let you know a little bit about Kwanza and this wonderful family, Kwanza Jones is an impact investor and the founder and CEO of Supercharged by Kwanza Jones, a global lifestyle and personal development brand that builds your fitness, confidence, and community so you can continuously improve you. Her husband, Jose Feliciano, is co-founder. Doesn't say a lot of words, but he's strong. When he speaks, he's strong. He's a co-founder and managing partner of Clear Lake Capital Group, a leading private investment firm founded in 2006. Through their Kwanza Jones and Jose Feliciano Supercharged initiative, the couple invested in individuals, organizations, and early stage ventures across 4 key areas. Those are education, entrepreneurship, equal opportunity, and empowerment. And in addition to this, I know Kwanza is gonna come and let you know and tell you about the fact that there were 2 Bennett bells that helped shape her into who she is today. So I'm very proud to introduce to you right now Kwanza Jones, who will come forward to share her story and tell you some more good news.
Oh, it's so quiet in here. Are you all ready? Okay, my name is Kwanza Jones, and I probably don't need a mic because, as my siblings know and my family members know, when you grow up in a house with 4 children, you don't need an intercom system at all. If you, what do they say? Closed mouths don't get fed. So if we needed something from mommy or daddy, we made sure that we talked about it and they said, go figure it out yourself. Well, let me introduce you to Jose Feliciano. Come on up. He probably won't say much. This time, Jose is not only my partner in business, but my partner in life also. And what Jose and I have done through the Kwanza Jones and Jose Feliciano Supercharged initiative, I'll tell you a little bit about why it's supercharged in a minute. And I'll tell you a little about why we have done what we've done in a minute. But I'll just start with what was done. Because I am a very proud African American woman who wears my crown. I am a queen that was raised by queens. I am a queen who knows other queens lift other queens. They raise queens, they raise kings, they raise the world, they elevate everything. So with that is the foundation when my mother said, you know, you all should give to Bennett. And she didn't ask this because of what we heard about last week. She asked this maybe middle of last year after one of the reunions. And both Jose and I are graduates of Princeton University. And I said, okay, we'll do something, Mom. What do you want us to do? Do you remember what she said?
1926.
1926. Mommy said, okay, why don't you give 1926? And I thought, that's a very specific number. Well, why 1926? Because I knew the university was founded in 1873. But in 1926 is when it became all female. Before that, it was an institution of higher learning that was co-ed for both men and women. So 1926 held special significance. So Mommy would say, okay, did you make it? Did you do it? Did you do it? And I'm like, Mommy, I will. She says, I was holding her hostage and not going to give it to her until she moved out to California. Let me tell you, she has not moved out to California. That's okay, Mom. We love you anyway. Daddy, who is my father, O'Marion Jones, rest in peace and rest in power, is down here because it's not a gift from just Jose and I, it's a gift from everyone. So when Mom said 1926 and she's class of 1965, and I'm Brenda Wilkerson Hoover, and Dorothy Wilkerson Jones, who's class of 1963, said, okay, Bennett, what can you do? Well, last week we said, Thursday, all right, we can do something because we had not heard about the accreditation status. Mom had not even known, Brenda did not even know at all. So what we did is we called up and just said that we would like to give $1 million. So that's what we did. What happened is, this was on Thursday, and we're on the West Coast, so we're 3 hours behind, and I did not know. I called Mom and Brenda, and I said, when is this over? Is it today? And Mommy said, yeah, it's over today. If you're going to do something, you better do something now. And Brenda said, no, I think it's tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. So we had to call and find out from someone official. So we got hold of Danny and found out it was Friday, and we did a little bit differently. We just sent out a wire. You know, you can do it from the computer. That money was wired and in there by Friday. So you all have had it already. That's it. So, I mean, just standing here, and it really, to me, is one of the reasons we named our initiative the Supercharged Initiative, is because for us, Supercharged is about energy, it's about power, but most importantly, it's about action. And what you all have seen done in this limited amount of time, because let's keep it real, as they say. The holidays came. People took off for the holidays. It was Christmas. It was New Year's. Who was thinking about Bennett? This woman was. You all were. This man was. All of you here were. Because Bennett is that special. So it wasn't just 45 to 50 days. It was more a compressed period of time. Because we know how everything, and especially in academia, things shut down. But you stood up. And you stood up. And you stood up. So let me tell you about the power of words and the power of Supercharge and the power of you and the power of us. There is There's a poem. You know, I gotta leave this poem for a minute because it's gonna make me tear up. So I'll just say the power of words and I'll end with the line from the poem. We all know what is happening in our world and what is happening in our nation right now. And we all know the power of words, how they can uplift, they can inspire, they can empower, or they can break down. They can divide. And we, all of us here, from our presidents here, to our leaders, to our, come on, Mike, to our congregations that are here, we know nothing can be done when we are divided. It is only when we come together that we can reach higher and new levels together. So, when we hear a few things like, make America great again, and we hear about MAGA, and what that means, and we know words have power. So I'm going to say this because it's so interesting, because we're all family here. In October, we had a Supercharge Summit. And at the Supercharge Summit, we talked about, it's all about partnerships, but quite frankly, it's all about power partnerships. This is a power partnership. You all, we are power partnerships. And at that summit, who would have known, I had a phenomenal power partnership in Magic Johnson and Cookie Johnson there. Talk about power partners. And I also had Jake and Jazz Smollett, who were there, power partners. We were talking and we were discussing on a panel. Now, for those who don't know, Jake and Jazz are the Smolletts. They're a large family, just like my family. Mom, it's 5 girls, 5 boys. Once you're in our family, you're in our family. So when I heard about what happened to Jussie, and that Jussie and Jake had been standing with Bennett, and that Bennett then was standing with Jussie, that meant all of us stand together, because words have power. And with us having these power words and the power that we bring, it's not about making America great again. America is already great. I am here to tell you right now, it's not about make America great again. It's about magnifying America's greatness again. We magnify, and how we magnify that is through this. There's a poem that goes, and still I rise. And the last line of that poem says, I bring the gifts that the ancestors gave. I am the dream and the hope. Dr. Maya Angelou, I'm sorry, I'm about to change it. Instead of slaves, it's of the enslaved. I do not claim that word, because words have power. We didn't choose that. We were enslaved, but look at what our ancestors brought forth. Look at this power, because our ancestors wanted unity, they wanted community, they wanted power, most importantly, they wanted love. And what has been done from everyone, I always say, pennies make millions. So when I hear about the 5 cents, the 10 cents, the $1, the $2, the $20, the $20,000, the $500, the $100,000, the $250,000, all of that has come together because Bennett is magnifying what America can be. And that is great, and that's what we are. We are magnifying the best in all of us. And I'll tell you this thing. I was at the Super Bowl. It wasn't as boring as people thought it was. I thought it was fine. But when I was there was a woman who was there. And it highlights to me a few things. And there was a woman who was working one of the concession stands. And she was taking a picture of her work. And it was a dessert stand. And I said, wow, beautiful display. How long did it take you to do that? And she said, oh, this just took me a day. So now this woman is there, she is in her uniform. She is a beautiful black woman. Now, she has maybe 2 teeth in her mouth. So most people would look at her and dismiss her. Most people would look at her and disregard her merely by what they see. But you see, we know words are power, and who and how we touch in so many ways. This woman touched me. And I said, this took a day, and this took 2 days, and this took 3 days. And she had so much pride. So I said, when do you get to rest? And she said, I don't rest. I have 4 jobs. 4 jobs. Because my baby is a pre-med student. And my baby, when she calls me and tells me she needs books, and that book is $300, I know there's work to be done. And that is us. So when Mom called and said, well, can you give 1926? And I said, okay, Mom. Closed mouths don't get fed. We asked a little more, we reached a little higher, because I would rather be rich in resources than rich in finances, because you will get what you need. All of us, I rise, you rise, please rise. Everyone here, we need you to rise and stand, because I stand with Bennett, and you stand with Bennett, and you, and you, and you, and you, and we all stand with Bennett, and Bennett stands for what we are, the best of us, the brightest of us, the brilliant of us. It is bold and brilliance. It is you, and it is you, and you. It is all of us. And I do just want to take a moment to ask Mom, and I'm Brenda, these beautiful Bennett bells, and all the alumni say, come on up. Just say hello and wave to everyone, because the way our family was, and I don't know how you all's family was, but it was like, look, I could get in trouble with Mom, I could get in trouble with Aunt Brenda, I could get in trouble with Aunt Zelda, I could get in trouble with Aunt Louise, I could get in trouble with Uncle David, I could get in trouble with Uncle George Jr., who is here too. So all the family, come on up here, because it's not what we gave. It's not what I gave, or you gave, or you gave. It's what all of us gave. Please come, family, everyone who came, because we are the dream. We are the hope. So look at each other. I'm not just talking about my immediate family, that an African-American woman and a Puerto Rican man can do these things, and that you, and you, and you, and all of us, please just look at each other and turn to somebody and say thank you. Thank you. And turn to somebody else and say thank you. Thank you. And turn to someone else and say, we stand with Bennett. We stand with Bennett. And Bennett stands for the best. Bennett stands for the best. And we are magnifying America's greatness again and again and again, and we see it from each and every one of us, because we are all here, and we are all America, and we are all standing on the shoulders of those who have been lifting us higher, and as you climb, you make sure you lift too. So, lift, climb, let's stay supercharged, let's bring out the best, and let's continue to stand with Bennett, because it's not over today. It's not over today. It keeps going. It keeps going. Because from Bennett, we have Mom, I'm Brenda, the family. We have PhDs, we've got Princeton, we have Stanford, we have Wake Forest, we have Howard University, we have North Carolina University, we have HBCUs, all of them went to. We have all of these wonderful places, because it's all of us. All of us together. We are one, and we stand with Bennett.